Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Draw With Me, episode 3. Today we're going to talk about my experience with Inktober the second time around and the importance and value that I am finding in a daily drawing practice. Not only in terms of skill, but also in terms of direct access to creative ideas. A lot of the time, I stop myself from drawing because I let the leading question be, what am I going to draw? And this turns into a mental battle where I feel like the subject of my drawing becomes the focus instead of the actual process of drawing. And the more that I focus on what I should be drawing, the more I kind of steal from myself and the experience of having easily accessible subjects, because I can theoretically draw anything that I want. I can look out my window and draw anything that I see. I can close my eyes and draw and place the pencil on the paper and draw anything, and that would be a drawing. But I discovered with Inktober last month that having a daily practice kind of not dismisses, but kind of makes those thoughts a bit more subdued. I did have prompts that I was following, so that made it a bit easy. But there was still a part of me that wanted to follow those prompts in what I was calling a very kind of creative, out-of-the-box way. And the more that I tried, the less in love I was with what I was drawing. There was less of an organic, whatever that means, connection to my subjects, to the things that I wanted to draw. And some days I would wake up and I'd say the prompt is X and I'm not going to change it, and I'm just going to draw the first thing that comes into my mind. And sometimes it ended up being very beautiful, and sometimes it did not, and that was fine, because I don't want Inktober to ever become a chore for me. Was I completely exhausted some days? Yes, but I promised myself that I would finish it, and I did, and I'm really proud of that. For the second year in a row, I did Inktober in its entirety, and I think that's something to celebrate. I know that it is very difficult to find time to do these things, these kind of drawing challenges, but there is such a reward at the end that I think that everyone should experience once in a while. And it doesn't have to be with drawing or painting. It can be with anything, just finding a certain joy at the end of an accomplishment. And I'm finding this within myself, the actual capacity to follow through with my thoughts. So my actions and my thoughts are now in line, and I think it's great. It's a great feeling. And having that daily practice just kind of relaxed me a little bit. I felt less pressure on me to make things that were absolutely beautiful every single day, because that's just not realistic. And I'm starting to ask myself, why do I have that pressure? Why do I put that pressure on myself in the first place? Because I am a student. I'm learning to draw. I am not a professional. And I just need to relax, to just enjoy this nice little journey in art. Well, it's not nice all the time, but to shed the pressure that I am putting on myself and to just share it with you. And I think that's why Inktober is so precious to me, because it kickstarted my drawing habit last year, and it's a treat to do the challenge, to see how everyone is interpreting these prompts. This year I chose to pick and choose like random prompts from different prompt lists, and towards maybe the 24th day, I think, the last week of October, I wanted to draw faces. I felt like I hadn't challenged myself in that sense to draw faces in ink, and I decided that that's what I was gonna do, and that's what I did, and I'm happy with that. But I need to talk about what I'm actually drawing in this video. So it is meant to be a goose, but it took more of a duck shape. I think its body is too short, but that's fine. I think this is the best looking bird that I have ever drawn, and I'm proud of him. Look at that quack. And that about wraps up this video. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in my next one.